conference on the 26th of December. So what they would do is that they would drive down to our house Christmas Day. Now that doesn't sound unusual, but it was Aunt Mary and her 7 children used to come. And I don't know how we slept, but my mother went out to the Army surplus and bought Army cots. And I remember sleeping on those. But what was so neat, there were 4 children in our family, and there was a cousin the same age or maybe a year older, so we'd pair off, you know. My brother would go with cousin George, they were the same age. I had a cousin Mark, who was a year older than me. I also had a cousin Ann, who was my age, but she was a girl, so I'm not going to hang with her. My sister hit the jackpot. She had 3 cousins that she would deal with, Ann, Lucy, and Ellen. And we'd all get together and we'd all play and we'd just have the greatest time. Well, one of the things that they used to do is that they'd have this big dinner. And we would go downstairs and they'd put some sort of tablecloth on the ping pong table. And we all would sit down to have the dinner. Well, one of the problems was some kids got in their heads that they'd want a drumstick. And my mother and my Aunt Mary would make 2 turkeys. So that means there were 4 drumsticks and 6 people would want them. So the following year, my mother went and bought 2 turkeys and a half a dozen chicken legs. So when a kid would say, I want a drumstick, well, here you go, and there you go, and there you go, and there you go. Everybody got a drumstick. Well, one of the things that you have to understand the logistics of the table. There were 3 sets of salt and pepper shakers. So if you needed to re-salt, you were never going to get the salt and pepper shaker back. So my cousin Mark and I used to keep the salt and pepper shaker between our legs, and only we would use it, you know.
Rightly so.
Pretty salty.
Yes, our meals were always well sealed or seasoned, you know. My Aunt Mary loved television, and this is in the 50s, and she didn't have a TV, but we did. So her place to sleep was the couch in front of the television. And she'd put everybody to sleep, and my mom and dad would go to sleep, and then she'd watch The Late Show, The Late Late Show, The Late 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 Show, The Test Pattern. I swear, I'd wake up in the morning, and I'd go down, and there'd be my aunt and the Test Pattern on the TV going. And we always found things to do. And I still am trying to figure out where we slept. And we had 1.5 bathrooms in the place, so I don't know. I guess we just held it for 2 weeks. I'm not sure. You know? But there was a cousin in this group, Danny, who did not have a counterpart, because Danny was like 4 years younger than me, and I always felt bad for him because he didn't fit. And I didn't want him hanging with us because I'm cool, you know, but my cousin Mark was always generous and always included Danny in everything we did. And I always remember that. One year, my cousin George got the whole group together and said, let's go out and sing Christmas carols. Well, I don't know what the heck we were doing. We didn't have anything else to do, so we're going around in the middle of winter, going to neighbors' houses singing Christmas carols. And they're bringing us in for candy and cake, and oh, it was really great. But the thing that I remember most was that Danny just kept complaining that he was cold. And I thought he was a real pain in the ass, you know, because we're all singing, and I'm cold, you know. And I looked down, and he's wearing his bedroom slippers and through the slush and the snow and everything. The Wallaces were very special in my heart because they were family. And my mother and her sister Mary were very, very close. And I'm very, very happy tonight because I have a Wallace here. I'd like to give a hand to Lucy Brown Wallace. Well, that's about it. You got any?